I'm slightly thinking man's going back to work soon, you know.
You think?
Yeah, bro. I'm slightly thinking.
There's nothing
still.
to do. Like I need a little goal. If they told me by September, I'd be like, "Ah, cool. I'm gonna go half for a month.
Yeah.
I'm back." But there's no date for man, so it's just like,
It's true still.
alright.
Even with the work I'm in, it's like I ain't really been booking shows.
Bro, it's mad now. Obviously, the music thing, innit? It's like, bro, no one can get no shows right now.
Yeah,
Not
no
even
one.
promoting.
Saying it on the way here. Someone
You know
like
what I'm saying?
Millions and Dutch Velli, bro, they missed out on the bag.
Yeah,
It's
big
not-
bag
Major
still.
bag, major
Big
bag.
bag.
Anyone
They
who's
would've
coming
shut
through
it.
right now, it's like it's so great but so bad for you.
Yeah, it's a peak time, innit?
Yeah,
People are
man.
taking you in though. That's the good thing that you missed out on the
Yeah.
bag. But people are definitely taking you in.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna be the one song guy.
But the thing is though, with that, it's like it's sustainability. Man need the P's coming in so they could continue doing their thing,
Not
innit?
really, because them man were already making peas before.
No, but different type of P, some legitimate.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah,
man
yeah.
can't speak for them, innit? I don't know
Yeah.
them, but
But like, do you get like a lot of these guys are coming in, they're just getting their streaming money and then they're coming in on, man, just gonna do this music thing. Do you get it? They might have signed the deal before lockdown obviously happened and that, but they definitely got some sort of peas there. It's the man who are making music and were getting a certain kind of bread
Yeah.
that help support their lifestyle that is
Stop
gonna
now, innit?
Yeah.
take the hit.
Bro.
Like, you get me? Like, people like AJ Tracy, like, he's been doing crazy numbers.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, his streaming money's calm. It's probably like calm, but he sold out 2 Alexandra Palaces. Like, his lifestyle's different.
Yeah.
He needs to now maintain it.
For them, man, it's obviously at the start of the year, yeah, or at the end of last year, man, I'm thinking, right, boom, next year, this festival, that
Yeah,
festival.
do you get what I mean?
And you're spending
Yeah.
based on like what's due
Predictions.
to come in.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But then obviously this thing happens now. It's mad, bro.
Yeah,
So I feel
definitely.
it for them. I feel it for a couple of man still. They're therefore a lot of man's gonna be hit by this. It's not just the music, man. Bro, in the industry as a whole,
Sports,
bare
everything,
different industries.
Their companies are going bust as
You know
well.
what I
man.
mean?
Bare.
Yeah,
My
it's
president the other
mad
day
still.
told man, she's getting made redundant. I was thinking, what?
Swear.
It's all mad. I
I
thought,
used to
what's
think
the, ain't the furlough thing helping? Like, I don't
Nah,
get it.
I used to think the
it's
redundant
mad.
thing only happened to old people and that.
Same, bro. No
It was like, when my brother told me she got made redundant, I was like, but you're not even old. Like,
Yeah, the
cap,
man
I hear
about
what you
getting
mean
made
still.
redundant.
I was like,
fam.
fam, redundancy. That's,
Yeah, it's
like,
peak.
any time man's workplace can turn around and say that to man. Because
Yeah.
you can't even
100.
fight it. What can you do?
Yeah,
The
it's
thing's done.
peak. And right now, like, it's not even the right time to be looking for
Bro,
a job right now.
There's no job.
oh yeah,
available,
no
fam.
way.
Peak.
No job available.
There's no
bro.
point. Like, I applied for a job with a brand, like, alcohol brand. I feel like I got the role and that, and then they just messaged me on yeah, we postponed the role until 2021. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Swear.
That's a joke. Like, the whole role got postponed. I was gonna be back. Yeah, I'm the guy. I bring
Projected
the,
peas.
Yeah, I bring the alcohol to the madam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
on hold, bro.
on hold.
Mad.
all
It's
crazy.
mad still. And the what's it called? What I wanted to talk to you, man, about is the obviously the protest and that. Did you go, bro?
Yeah, I went. I think on Wednesday. Gone.
Where did that go? What protest was that?
Hyde Park. Walked from Hyde Park to.
Oh, it was a walking thing.
Yeah. So we
Or
walked
what,
from.
someone are running or something.
Nah, because some of them you just post
Oh,
up
stay
in
still.
one. Yeah, one
Some of them are
part.
doing that, but we walked from Hyde Park to Central, innit?
Is it?
Like Trafalgar Square and that. But then some people walked from Trafalgar Square to Brixton. I was like, you lot are on it. I didn't
Oh,
even
they were
know.
walking
Like,
back to ends.
yeah,
Yeah, I see man on my road, fam. It ends.
Yeah.
yeah, people are walking through Vauxhall. They're walking
Man.
like they're doing the march. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I did some interviews while I was out there as well, just
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
some
yeah.
questions, getting people's opinions, etc.
What are people saying? What's the consensus out
Well,
there?
obviously, I'm very clued up on it, innit? So it's like, I know this is a thing that's always been going on. Like,
yeah, 100.
it's not
It is.
stopped. Like, people are moving like, oh my gosh, it's something new. It's not like it's been happening for years. Like, and the thing is, like, all the evidence is there. You just go on the internet, type in certain names, certain situations, certain dates. It comes up. Like, I even went on Wikipedia and wrote riot. I think I wrote riots in the UK or like protests in the UK. There's been loads about the Metropolitan Police, like loads. But people's opinions is like, yeah, we're here, obviously fighting the system, etc. I have my opinions on the whole protesting thing, like, which has obviously changed, seeing certain things that's gone on. But yeah, a lot of people are just against police brutality, etc. I met a guy who's screaming "All lives matter," which is, you can't get me wrong, like, all lives do matter, but the current
not
state
right
right
now.
now is Black Lives
What
Matter.
was he out there going against the man more?
Do you know what it is? I think he was just a passerby,
He
innit?
was with
Okay,
it, but
okay.
he didn't
Yeah.
understand. Because
It was a Jewish guy as well, so it was
Swear.
like
he's getting excited, man. Not gonna lie.
when he was speaking, I was like, yeah, I feel you. Like as humans, all human lives matter. Don't ever get that wrong.
Of course.
But currently, your people ain't getting attacked the way my people are.
I was listening to something they were saying, like, bro, the way how man broke it down. I can't remember what I was listening to, but it was a podcast on our part. They're saying if a house was on fire and the fire brigade won't pass, man wouldn't say man's gonna put water on all them houses, innit?
Yeah.
You would pick the house that's on fire. So of
Yeah.
course all the houses are important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
word.
this house is on fire right now, so
Yeah.
man's obviously gonna use the water for this house.
Yeah.
Like doesn't mean that other house is not less valued or anything. But right now, that house ain't burning.
This is the one with the most damage.
Yeah, this is the one with the most damage. So
Man was
it's-
out there still. Man went on the
Let's go.
Saturday, so man done the Parliament thing, and I thought everyone was just gonna post up in Parliament, but then everyone started marching over to like Vauxhall. I think there's the embassy
Yeah, the
down
US
there.
embassy's now in
Yeah,
Vauxhall.
yeah, yeah. So man went down there, and it was good still. Everyone was out there, numbers, a lot of black people, a lot of white people. There was a whole heap of white people as well.
Mm.
It's like
that's
just
the
as
first time
much,
I've seen that,
just
you know.
as much, or even more white people
That's black.
than black, which is good to see still.
I just
Man-
hope they're educated though.
Yeah, man was speaking. So this is the thing. Man was speaking to a lot of people down there. Yeah, even like because man went with them man in it,
Yeah.
and then man was just basically saying like, "Raw, man, hope this is just not like a convenient
Phase,
thing
yeah.
to
Yeah.
do. Like, obviously everyone's at home, no one's
I
working.
was saying
People's
that
like,
if
raw."
people
It's
weren't
lockdown.
furloughed, would
People
they
get
go?
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
going
But
But if
outside.
people weren't furloughed, would they be there?
Yeah, word.
So I'm saying, so man's thinking like, there is obviously a percentage of people that are here because they've been at home, they're not doing nothing, and they see it and they're like, oh, it's kind of sad what happened to my man, let's go. But they're just thinking about George Floyd. But these
Yeah.
times there's
Deep.
bare other, like, it goes
course.
mad deep.
Yeah,
You
well.
feel what I'm saying? So man was really like chopping it up with some people. Not everyone knows that this is just a a lot of people was thinking it's just a George Floyd
Floyd
thing,
thing,
but it's
yeah.
not just a
A
George Floyd thing. Like, it's not
yeah.
just an American thing either. Like, we've got our
Well
own
done, bro, already.
issues
Yeah,
over
even
here.
that one, like Mark Duggan's one is like, fam, that is crazy.
It's already one, bro.
Like, and to even have his son who's an artist
Yeah.
killing it in the game, and people don't know. Like, it's like you don't know where this all stems from. Like, it's mad. Like, it's very much mad. But yeah, man, I feel like people just thought it was a George Floyd thing, and they're not educated enough to understand that. As you were saying, it goes way back, even
Yeah.
before Mark Duggan. Like,
Yeah, of course.
way back, and like it's consistently happening.
I think it's a good, like, I'm not going to say it's a good bandwagon to jump on, but I think it's a good bandwagon to jump on. Like, I've said it without saying
Yeah,
it. But
no, I get what
do
you
you know what I mean? Like,
still.
Yeah.
as long as you educate yourself later,
Yeah.
I'm happy for you to jump on the bandwagon. I was into a footballer, Ollie McBurdy, he plays for Sheffield United, innit? And he basically did a video and he was basically saying, he's a white footballer, by the way. I wanted
Yeah.
to say something, but obviously it didn't feel like it was my place. But you know what? I'm going to say something. He said he ran it by his brethren, and his brethren was like, bro, if there is a bandwagon to jump on, this is kind of it. Like,
Yeah.
later on, I'm not saying jump on it first and educate yourself later, but take yourself with it for now, and then once you understand why you've jumped on it, do you get what I mean? Then you can educate yourself fully, and then, because I think with him, he's a footballer, so he's got followers. So if he jumps on the bandwagon, he could change, bro, 3 people's opinions.
Yeah.
And from there, that can help, innit? Do you get what I mean? Like, it's always about changing one person's perspective. I think a lot of us sometimes say, oh, like, for example, the picture thing, blackout thing.
Yeah.
People are like, it's not going to do anything, so what's the point? Like, I hear that.
No, man posted still.
Same.
And
I
I
did as well.
posted,
I
the
did as
reason
well.
for me posting was like, at first, I know there was a lot of man though going, bro, why is it like, bro, they don't know what this is
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's just a lot
yeah.
of celebs posting because
yeah.
they don't want to get put under pressure and
yeah,
that.
100.
You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, when I thought about it, I was like, all right, boom. Obviously, this blackout thing is spreading awareness at the end of the
I just
day.
did it for
But,
solidarity, bro.
like, I was doing it because I want everyone who, like, man's following or who's following me to see, and everyone that was posting the blackout on Tuesday and whatnot, I want them to see, like, raw, their strength, like,
Yeah,
in numbers.
solidarity, that's what I'm
You
saying.
get what I'm saying? And like, if man all come together, man can lock down anything. You get what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. I agree with the fact that man should do something rather than nothing. Like, I not that I hate it, but I don't like someone to say, oh, you know what? I don't think this is gonna help, but you're doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
At least if you post a picture, I'm not saying you've changed the world,
But
but
shed
you did
light
what,
on it.
yeah, you did what you could. Bro, if I post a picture, well, man's got like 800, 900 followers, whatever, yeah, man ain't got thousands of K. So I'm not saying the world's going to change, but I could have helped change one person's, or even made one person think, oh, what's this blackout thing?
Yeah.
Let me research it. And once they research it, they're, oh, snap, this is going on. Okay, I'm not racist, but it's time now to be anti-racist.
Yeah.
Because being not racist is not good enough now.
100.
You get what I'm trying to say?
being
It's time to be
anti still.
anti-racist.
But there was a lot of celebs, yeah, who I felt like only posted because they seen their celebrity friends posting,
Oh, people
and they
waiting,
was
man.
like, right, if I don't post, people's gonna jump on
The
me,
football industry was top
and I
for
don't
that.
want to look like a racist,
The
so I'm
football
just gonna
industry was
post.
top for that, bro.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
waited for Sancho to do the. When Sancho did the thing, a lot of footballers came out saying, "Oh, I've been waiting a couple of days to process my thoughts." A couple of days for what?
Yeah.
Couple
But you
days
know,
for
you
what?
also got to think like a lot of these men don't know what to say.
Oh, that's no. Yeah,
That-
no.
They
but
but
they're
don't know what to
culprits.
say.
They're culprits
Yeah,
as
they-
well.
Yeah,
though.
like
Yeah.
they don't know what to say. They don't know, like they might have even been not to say they're racist, but had racist moments.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So they're in their head. They're like, shit, like
If I say it,
it's all mad. Someone might just
Yeah.
come out and be like, but you did X, Y, and Z, or
Oh, that's why John Terry took his comments off his one, isn't it?
But bro, it's at the end of the day, yeah, it's convenience, because man's been in football teams, fam, where bro, like man's the only black youth on the team, and it's a madness. You know what I mean? And the stuff like it's all love, because man's teammates,
Yeah,
innit?
but
And it's
still
love, but
it shouldn't
like you
happen.
hear some of the spill that man come out with, raw, bro, man
You say that,
standing
yeah,
there.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Even at
sometimes
work,
it is
bro.
mad. And
yeah, work's another one, man.
yeah, work, bro. Like we need, yeah, like if you're supporting the thing and if you're gonna post and say whatever, we need like the people who was at the protest and that to come out when it's not convenient
Yeah.
and to support when it's not convenient.
Yeah,
like
of
at
course.
work.
I wouldn't even say
Like-
it's just even not convenient. I think it's just having something there to help fight against it, because there's been like, bro, as I said, there's many times we've come out on a fight the power thing,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's always okay. We fight the power and we go back
That's
to
what
our
he's saying.
normal
He's
life.
saying when it's not a phase though. So when,
Yeah.
like right now,
No, but
as bad as it sounds, it's a
more
trend.
I'm more saying
Mm.
as in having like an actual action. Do you get what I mean? Like I get what you're saying.
But
then
have
when
a
it's
goal.
yeah, like
I hear that.
even in my head I was like, okay, one of the protests had 20,000 people there. Why didn't they just say at one point, there's definitely a way in which we can create something to have there to fight this, or if there is something, how do we boost it to give it light so people know, okay, if I do end up in a situation, I can contact this organization.
Yeah.
Or, do you get what I mean? Because many times we've been out and it's just a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of noise, but it's just a lot of noise.
It is a lot
Do
of
you get what I
noise.
mean?
For
It's just a
real.
lot of noise. It's
Yeah,
not like
I hear that.
there's a system or organization or somewhere where we can go and be like, yeah, okay, I've gone through police brutality, or some sort of racism. It needs to be investigated. I'm going to this company.
But that's for us. For them, yeah, for like the culprits who are racist, yeah, or against racist. Like you see, like you mentioned work. You see when man's at work, yeah, and like you're going through a issue at work or someone's making comments or whatnot, and people know about it. Not a lot of times people speak up.
There we
You
go.
get what I'm saying? You see when man's on the roads and man's getting twist up and hold up against a wall and pat down, people are walking past.
Yeah.
And these are the same people that are at the protest, but they're
Yeah.
not really. These are the times where, like, if you're saying you're anti, you have to step up and be like, yo, don't do that. Or like, bro, even a big one, like when, like, if a man's daughter or a man's son brings home a black girl or a black youth, like, you just see how people go on, and it's like, you're for it, but when it's not convenient,
for you,
you're not for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a fashion statement right now, so you're with it right now to blend in and look cool as well, and to sort of, like you said, go under the radar of
Yeah.
any judgment. But like I said, when this thing loses, let's be honest, we ain't gonna protest forever, innit? It's just not gonna happen, innit? It's fine right now, and I didn't go to a protest, but I'm all for it. I understand what it's for, and I didn't go just because I didn't want to. I just went because I was working and whatnot. It's just kind of long, but I understand why to do it, why we've gone. But after this protest, like you said, dwindle down, what's the next step of action, bro?
Yeah.
Like, something needs to kick in now, because we can't keep making noise. Not every, when was the riots? It was a long time ago, but not every,
2016.
so not every couple years man can have a protest or a riot. Like it's just a cycle.
Or every time a number of black guys die, we come back out.
Yeah,
and you start screaming and
waiting
that.
again, because that means it's built back up again. And like you said, this thing's deeper. Mark Duggan. I know Stephen Lawrence didn't die of police brutality, but his case is to do with injustice and racial injustice, bro. So like this thing has been going on, like you said, a long while, bro. And it's about us understanding what is the next steps. And I ain't got the answers. And that's why I think people are attacking it from all angles.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they're doing the post, they're doing the protests. Some of people in America are doing the riots.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to hit it from every single angle where man said, listen, man's trying everything.
Yeah.
We tried the peaceful thing at first. We tried petitions. We tried this. We tried that. Nothing's happened. So I'm doing everything I can get hold of. So I'm not even mad at the people that are rioting. I don't think it's like right. Of course, I don't think looting's going to help. But I can understand why they are.
Do you know what's mad though? I was speaking to a friend of mine and he said like, you got to understand that the things that are actually getting looted are actually owned by the white guys, like the government. It's that's why they're so against it. But if it was the other way around, I don't think they would care. Do you get what I mean?
Of course not.
Yeah.
So
If we were
it's like-
taken from ourselves.
Yeah, like alright, do you in it? But it's because it's affecting them.
Yeah. 100.
And even half the stuff that is getting looted, like it's replaceable. You know, it's not like it can't be replaceable. Like the clothes are most probably made 5p in China or whatever. Like, do you get what I mean? So it's really not that deep. It's more like actually taking the step, as you were saying, to do action.
What do you man think of because they're taking down statues
I
now.
think that's perfect.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's amazing.
Bro, you know I didn't even know we had like slave
slave traders are post up in Bristol.
Bro.
Normal.
I didn't even know. Now apparently we got some here though.
Yeah.
What? They're getting
definitely.
in
London.
By the
I didn't
weekend,
even
they're
know
gone.
that.
By the weekend, they're
Do you know
gone,
why I'm
don't
happy
worry.
with it? Because they did the same thing to us. Like, go back to Egypt and that. They shot the noses off.
Yeah.
They damaged everything. They've raided all of the, our temples, whatever, and they brought it over here, slapped it in
Bro.
museums. Like, we're just doing the same thing back to you lot.
Most
That's it.
importantly, they brainwashed us, bro. It's
Yeah.
The statue thing, because it does hold sentimental value to me, obviously, my ancestors, but because that hasn't directly affected me, like, for example, they haven't come and taken something from my lifetime. The most important thing I would say they've done to us, bro, instead of the value, the stuff, like the possessions, bro, they've educated us into a certain way, bro. I was speaking in my group chat, and man was just thinking, yeah, like, you see how we say black guys, big nose, big lips.
Yeah.
Why is it not white people have small nose, small lips? Why do we think we're big? Like, why are we not the normal and they're the differ?
Yeah,
and I'm not
that's
saying either one should be right or wrong. I'm just saying they're the things we're always taught. Black
The
guys are
negatives,
aggressive.
word.
Aggressive. Like, bro, we're taught to self-hate from the jump, bro. You think about this shit. I was reading something and they were like, slaves, not all of them, but some slaves would fight off against each other.
Yeah.
And when they fight off against each other, you're looking at our next black man thinking, bro, it's me or you. Do you get it? That's embedded in us already. So, you know, like sometimes once on the road, you'll see a youth for no reason. You're just thinking, this you don't like, man. I'm not saying straight away it's linked to that, but I'm saying that's what's been embedded in us, that you see that other black brother, there's no way two of you can be in the same place. One of you's got to go.
Even
One
at
of you's
work,
gotta go.
bro. If you walk into a workplace and there's a one black you in there, the first look, before you get a call or anything, it's like, rah, is he trying to size me up?
Yeah.
Like,
Is
you
he
know what
either
I'm saying?
cool or is he on me? It's one
Yeah,
of the
you
other.
know what it is. I know already.
So it's techie, bro. Like, we've been, sort of 400 plus years, more than that, but we've been brainwashed, bro. And that's the main problem for me. Like, now I've educated, not saying I've educated myself greatly, but in this time I've been reading a bit more stuff. So man, seen a bit more, opened a bit more, watched a bit more videos. And again, it's nothing gospel. It's just what I think. But I just think, bro, the seed they planted,
Starts from early.
yeah, that's the
It's
worst
true.
thing they've done to us.
I think school, man, like education system is shocking. It's so bad.
Did you man learn like black? I don't remember learning black history at school. You
Bro,
know,
man
like
had a
properly
pattern.
in
For
depth.
me, I was taught by my mom, innit? My mom is very much like pro-black.
Yeah.
So, and I was always like fighting against teachers, asking them questions, like challenging them on like, okay, cool. I want to learn about Timbuktu today. My teacher didn't know what to say. I was like, so why am I in this class? Do you get what I mean? I want to learn about my people. Like, you're talking to me about Vikings and that. I don't look like them. That's not where I come from. So why am I learning about all these guys? Like, cool, I'll learn about it, but I want to know my history, not your history. And then I must have said that I got kicked out of the class and shit. But like,
That's mad that man get kicked out of the class for that though. But that's crazy,
it's
bro.
crazy. But it's like, it's true though. And it's like, I was that guy in class who would say stuff like that, but the other kids would agree, but they wouldn't say it. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, it's mad to not be taught your own history, but you're being taught next man history.
So
I even would expect like an Asian brother to be like, I want to learn about the Ming Dynasty and that. Why am I learning about fucking what's his name?
Henry VIII and them.
Henry VIII and all them, man. Do you get what I mean? Like, I want to know about where I come from, what my people like. And even in school, you only touch on the surface.
Yeah, of course.
So like Egyptology and Egyptians, you only touch on the surface about one or two pharaohs, and then you blow out. But they don't tell you that's where like modern medicine started, where astrology started, all X, Y, and Z. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's more just, okay, you're gonna learn just the first layer of the onion, and then we'll blow out. And then when it comes down to their thing, like Henry VIII and that, you know the root.
Man knows the horse, was it?
Everything.
The horse beheaded survived.
Yeah,
knows how the wives got
all
killed.
the wives.
Yeah, all the wives.
Anne
Man knows that
Boleyn.
inside out. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get me, Anne Boleyn and them thing there. Man who knows her name. What is that, bruv?
Apparently, one of my boys, he's a history teacher, innit? And I was talking to him the other day, like about the same stuff, still like school and whatnot, and how us man was in school, and like we just touched on the surface. Like, man didn't really, like, unless you do your own studies, like, you don't really hear about black history like that. You get what I'm saying? It was just like the Civil War and like stuff like that they told us about.
The other one is always slavery.
Yeah.
They teach you slavery.
But not even, bro, it wasn't even that. Like, in my school, bro, like, they didn't even go deep like that into the history stuff. But when I was talking to my boy, and I was like, bro, why don't, like, the teachers, like, start putting pressure on the, like, whoever their superiors are to start changing up the curriculum and that. And then he was like, bro, we can do it. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, no, like, we actually have the power to, like, teach what we want in our history classes. And I'm just like, bro, why are you not doing it then? You don't need to do it, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what it is as well, though? I'm not gonna lie. Like, in my school, there was a handful of black teachers. A handful, like, and I went to, like, Bishop Thomas Grant. Like,
You went BTG?
Yeah.
Swear down.
So, like, the black teachers were like, if they're not that, okay, there was 3 in ICT, 1 in geography. There was no black history teachers, no black RE teachers. There was one English teacher who was black. Do you get what I mean? So it's very handful, like, on the teachers that are there who could be like, okay, cool, I'm going to teach you this today. Do you get what I mean? Only now, currently, you're maybe seeing more diversity in the teachers, but back when I was in school, like, you're not seeing that many black teachers anyway. And even then, I don't think the white teachers have enough knowledge to even be like,
yeah, that's
cool.
another thing. Would they do it, bro?
Bro, my teachers were not tapped in. Man applied for BTG. I didn't get in though.
Oh,
Way back when. But in our school, there was just like, I just remember, our science teacher was black, and like a few ICT teachers still were black. But yeah, bro, our teachers weren't tapped in at all,
Man
bro.
had one teacher who was tapped in. He used to like go over the tannoy and be like, this is day 2 of Black History Month, and he would just keep telling man bare facts. His name was Mr. Weir, bro. Shout out Mr. Weir. He made sure man was plugged in on what he could, but he didn't teach us history. He was a drama teacher, innit?
Okay.
But he made sure that every day a different fact was spoken over the tannoy. But my head of year was black as well, so man, she was a history teacher as well. So man kind of did have a little bit, like, we used to watch Roots in history.
Is it?
Yeah, which was kind of coldy when you're young. Like,
That was, bro. I remember watching that when I was a youth.
Yeah,
still.
that's deep still. So I was kind of plugged in, but not to the point of, like you said, going into the ins and outs. And bro, when you start reading your own stuff, you start realizing that, yeah, school just show you that. They're like an iceberg, bro. They show you the tip. What's there that's left is it's crazy for you to
But then the deeper the deeper subject is, like, do they really want to teach man that anyway?
I was gonna say, but if they do teach you that, do you not think that would like, as bad as this sounds, would that not infuriate some kids? So, for example, you've been taught now that your white teacher, who, let's say, is taught by a white teacher now, the history teacher is teaching you all of this, and she's basically taught you that someone of her color skin has basically captured people of your color skin. Bro, doesn't that make you just...
Yeah, of course.
Bro, when I watch Roots, man left the room kind of looking at the next...
Yeah,
you get me? You know, the fist is kind of squeezed up. You get me? Like, what, Ben? Ben's asking to borrow a pen. No, I don't have no spare pen, Ben. Leave me alone, fam. I don't have no spare pen.
But then
my
again...
Bridget's asking for a pen. I'm like, yeah, I got you. You get me?
But you know what it is as well, though?
You get mad.
It's another thing where... Also within the history thing, there's bare lies and bare wool over the eyes of a certain thing. So there's certain things that being said that a certain guy's created when really it's been created by another guy. Do you get what I mean? So it's like even then it's like a couple of the teachers won't know what to put out as fact.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So it's like for instance, my mum's taught me certain things like the guy who made the light bulb wasn't the guy who's saying made the light bulb.
Yeah.
Do you get what I
traffic
mean?
light. I heard about
And
the
traffic light, gas mask, etc. So it's like some teachers don't even know what is golden. Do you get what I mean? Because it's been lost in translation or whatever.
It's like Chinese whispers, bro.
Yeah.
Story
That's what
always
it is.
changes, isn't it?
Have you, man, got any stories about any feds holding you up?
You know what? Man's only been held up abroad, you know. I've never been held up in this country.
Where
But
was you
even
at?
then, that was rage, bro. That was peak racist.
Where was you at?
Spain, Magaluf.
Is it?
Rage. I was like 18, bro. Me and the man them. Basically, long story short, we kept fucking up the hotel. You get me? We was getting on the owner's nerves. innit? Man kept fucking up the hotel. Boom. We've had a water fight. There's a calf below. So I think someone's either dashed a water balloon or water gun. The youth's ducked. The water balloon's basically popped in the calf, bro. People are eating. It's popped. We've also broken the ceiling of the calf as well. Long story short, they've called feds on us. Feds are speaking Spanish, but man's with a youth from Brazil. They obviously, I don't know if they knew that at the time. They're speaking Spanish. They're saying to man, this ain't Senegal. This is in Spanish, though, innit? They're saying, this ain't Senegal. You lot think this is in Africa. This isn't Africa. My brethren all translated it back to man, like, raw. Like, man was thinking raw. So, as they've gone now, they ain't really gone. They've, like, dipped out a bit. So, me and one of my other brethren have gone to the shop. So, man's gone to the shop now. The Fed goes to man, listen, he spoke English. He's like, listen, if you leave this hotel for the next, I think we had 2 days left, the next 48 hours, man grabbed his gun.
Swear.
Man just shook it. And he said, say nothing. I said,
wow.
all right, cool, boss, cool.
What, so you not had to post up in the
Nah,
hotel?
man went out the same night, but still, you get me. Man just knew not to do no fuckery no more.
bullshit.
Man was out the same night. Man was on the strip, but man just knew not to push it. But in this country, I ain't had only like driving wise, because of the car I drive.
Yeah.
That's it. Apart from, I haven't been railed up though.
That's mad.
Just
Have you got
bare.
any?
I just had mad stop and searches and that.
Like random times and
Like
that?
random, like 2 a.m. I'm outside on the phone in front of my house in shorts and a dressing gown. Yeah, we're stopping and searching you.
That's mad.
Two bully vans pulled up. Yeah, man, you matched the description of what?
What excuse did they give you? Because
Yeah,
the
that description
excuse is
thing, you know.
always
Nah,
mad,
but
you know.
But this is how I know it's bullshit, because it's like, yeah, you match the description of a guy here. There's a guy out here breaking into cars. We need to, yeah. Can we see your keys to know you live here? Like, obviously, I just stepped out of my house. Like, my door's open. Like, it's not
Capping, bro.
but they're like, yeah, can we see your door? I'm like, no, you can't see my door, but I'm out. Look at what I'm wearing. They've obviously done what they're doing. I'm on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I'll call you back. Next thing now, another car's pulled up. Oh, yeah, we need to check the next street. The guy's on a bike. Some white guy. I'm like, but I thought I'm actually the description. Like,
They're big
just
cappers,
capping.
bro.
Then another time, I was with Greedy. He's blown out of Stanley driving to drop me to my drum. They boxed us in now. He dropped me outside my house. They boxed us in. Lady's about to break the window. Get out of the car. Yeah. Were you suspicious of drug dealing?
Swear.
They've handcuffed us and that on a mad thing, doing their searches. I'm like, but I got nothing. Like,
Yeah.
but they're just moving peak. Yeah, you definitely drug dealers. We found a grinder on you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just capping. Like, they just had needed something to do. Do you get what I mean?
Bro, even the other day, man was in Stanley, and man's brethren, there was a bit of a madness in Stanley, like some explosion or something went off in it. Anyway,
Explosion.
yeah, bro, there was some madness. Still, there's like 2 loud bangs in the ends, and then there was a chopper just up and down for
Mad.
time. Anyway, man's brethren lives basically in Stanley or on Stanley, so he's gone out there thinking, fam, I can't sleep. This bang's woke man up. He's put in the group chat. Anyone else hear that? Couple other man near Stanley heard it. They've gone out there. So cool. Now he's gone out there, but he's gone near where the house that basically what the explosion, whatever. I can't remember the true story, but wherever the explosion was, he's gone near there. So they've said to him, "Rob, big man, what you doing around here? This is obviously closed off." So they put him in cuffs and whatever. They're like, you must be suspicious. Like, why you come around here when obviously you're not meant to be? Well, they've stopped him and that. Look, bearing in mind there was an explosion, they said to him, "Can we see your phone? Like we need to make sure the phone's not stolen." Why? What's that got to do with anything of the crime?
Wow.
2 big bangs have gone off. You're telling man there was an explosion in the area, and you're checking man for his phone to see if the phone is stolen. So you just want to pin something
On someone.
on him.
On a mad thing.
If it was a white brother walking past, you would have said, "Oh, excuse me, mate. I'm not saying they would have, but
you
this is my
you need to stay clear.
Well, yeah, that's what like man put man in cuffs to say, yeah, mate, we need to see if your phone's stolen. In cuffs for that
Mad.
at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Like,
still.
nothing's happened to me personally, but I've seen a lot of.
I've seen a lot of mad stuff.
It's mad still.
Just on passing by.
Yeah.
You just see bare jakes on one guy.
Yeah,
Bro.
and they all pull up in it. It's like
Yeah.
they need 6 bully vans for one man. It's
Bro,
unbelievable.
Even on
bro.
the internet, like I've seen like this
The
guy
videos
got
are mad,
tasered
innit?
in front of his kid. I was like,
Yeah,
bruv,
they
what's
get
all of
excited. I
this?
saw that one. Still.
Even
nuts.
Rex 32's dad.
Shock.
What was that? I
tasered
seen
and
him
that.
post that still.
You got tased, innit? Or
I think-
shot by a taser.
I don't know why they broke in. They came into basically the police broke into the
Was
house.
that a
innit?
recent thing?
Yeah, that was like May.
Is
Like,
it?
because they're like, social distancing, so it's definitely during quarantine. Do you get what I mean? But it's like I don't know why they came into the house, but they came in on militants. Obviously, I think the dad's like 63 and he's coming down the stairs hearing the noise.
Yeah.
Like, don't move, police with a taser. They just see him and shoot him. Bam.
Swear.
But this is my thought. Like, after seeing that, I was like, for every guy that the police have tasered, if the police in London had guns,
Yeah,
that's how many people would be dead.
Course,
Yeah,
course. Man,
100%.
don't
That's
know
how
that.
many people would be
If they had
dead.
guns here, it would be a
100%.
different
It'll be
thing.
a rap. It'll be
100%.
curtains.
That's
We
what
already
people are
know.
saying in the video. Like people are saying with the George Floyd video, people are saying, "Oh, don't just watch me. Don't just watch me get railed up by police. Jump in." I'm saying in the UK, I hear you,
But in the US,
but in
that's
the
it.
US,
Everyone's
jumping
getting
in that
sprayed.
means I'm
Yeah.
dead. Like
100.
then. I'm not even saying that I shouldn't deserve to die. Obviously, it very much depends who's there. Let's say my brother's in that situation. Man probably wouldn't even think about them having a mash. You get it? But then the story's not coming out at all.
It's
if
a
I'm
judgment
dead,
call still.
like, if I'm dead and you're dead,
Mm.
who's telling the story? So if the person who filmed George Floyd was dead and that, police get hold of that phone, where do you think that video's coming out still?
Oh,
Nah,
of course
Do you
not.
think this is happening right now?
It's a
So
judgment
it's like,
call.
I'm not saying George Floyd deserved to lose his life. Nothing could like that at all. That's not
But
what
I
I'm
don't think
saying.
anything could have stopped it.
No, I
Unless
know.
it was
but
unless it was
that's
a
what
fed.
I'm
No, the
saying.
feds could have stopped.
Yeah,
it.
Feds could have stopped
exactly.
it. But I'm saying it has to be seen somewhat. So when people are saying jump in with me, I'm like, I hear you, but also, but we both died. Nothing happens. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say?
Mm.
That gets brushed under the carpet. That if the person videoing it died as well, bro, who knows what they would have said? They would have said George Floyd fought back. He had a knife on him. You get me? They would have just made up their own.
It was
story.
over a
Whatever-
20 note,
Yeah,
fam. That's
counterfeit note.
ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
a joke.
That's
It's a joke thing.
ridiculous.
Especially when men go and shoot up schools and they go and get taken like that. You know the man that go shoot
Yeah.
up bare,
Yeah, kill bare man.
they kill bare man in the school, and you see them in handcuffs just walking out like this.
They let them walk.
Let them walk, bro.
It's
I was
mad
even looking
still.
at a thing today. They were saying Meghan Markle got more press coverage for marrying into the royal family than Andrew. Prince Andrew.
Swear.
Bro, man, if you don't research Prince Andrew's thing, you would hardly know about it. Really, you have to go look and find out that my man was basically on a little bit of a paedophilia type
Nonce
of
thing.
Nonce thing, yeah. You wouldn't really. The information ain't front page of the news. You get me?
Even the Madeline McCann thing, like they just brought
They
that
brought
one back out.
Yeah,
They
bro.
they needed
Come
something
on.
to put on the newspaper,
Come
but
on.
they didn't want to put Black Lives
You
Matter.
know?
Come on.
They didn't want to do it. They
Come
didn't want
on.
to do it.
After all
You
this
know?
years, you want us now say she's still around?
Yeah.
Come
How old
on,
would
man.
she be? She'd be like big,
Oh,
innit?
she'll be like, yeah,
In
bro.
her 20s,
yeah,
I
maybe.
swear.
I feel like she might just come out alive, you know, the way 2020 season out.
Yeah.
She's just gonna come out, yeah, I'm here.
Bro,
She's gonna do
so
it Insta
true.
Live and that, it's 6ix9ine and that.
So true.
That's it, yeah. 6ix9ine gonna say, I found Madeline. That one will break the internet.
It's so true. Fam.
The
It's so
way
This year's been a
2020 is
shake
moving,
still.
can't write
mad.
off this year still.
Yeah, fully, bro.
Yeah, no, this thing's deeper. I was even thinking just now. Remember, I got stopped with my cousin, but I didn't get stopped. They stopped him. But man, the reason was, bro, they was in the train station now, leaving the train station. I'm looking at the Fed because the Fed is looking at me.
Yeah.
Calm. My cousin's paying no mind. He's actually on his phone, innit? He's walking. He's probably looked up and looked back down, and the Fed goes, "Yeah, you mate, we're stopping you because you saw us look at you and you looked away." So my cousin was like, "Yeah, I don't know you. Why am I looking at you?" But you see me, I'm not even looking at you on a looking at you thing. I looked at them just on a, "Bro, what do you want me for? Like, what are you looking at me for?" But my cousin's just thinking probably like, "No, man's normal.
look,
Like, he's a
bitch."
normal you." Yeah, like thinking,
Mhm.
not even don't look. He's just thinking, "I don't know you."
Mm.
But imagine you see a random you. Are you looking at them? No.
Yeah.
So he's looking, "Fam, I don't know you. Why am I looking at you?" They're like, "Yeah, well, it looks suspicious that you didn't look at us, mate." He was like, "Bruv, I'm coming home from work. I'm in a high,
backwards, you
I'm in
know.
a high vis vest." He was in a high vis. Man just linked him on the train. It's not even like we linked like that. Like we both got the same train home. See him at Junction train station, walking out. Thinking, "Fam, is this what you're stopping him for?" So I was like, "What about me?"
Yeah.
He said, "No, you looked at us, mate." I said, what does that mean?
Wow.
That's what they said, you know. He said, "No, you looked at us. He looked away. He looked suspicious." Thinking, bruv, you just want to make up anything.
That's dumb, bro.
Grab man, put man in the van. I said, bruv,
Swear.
this is ridiculous, bruv.
But I remember that I remember the worst time man got held up here. Man was in Portuguese festival, fam. This was years ago. Have you know about Portuguese festival
Where is
in
it?
Kennington Park?
Is it?
Yeah, I don't even know if they do it anymore still, but there was one festival there. Man rolled up there.
They're Portuguese around there.
Yeah, but like I think there was like 5 of us still. Man was in there chilling, and man had a red hoodie on in it. And then them times there, all like country show, all them places there, just bare feds galore because of the madnesses that were going on at them times, innit? And I remember like a group of feds rolled up on man. There must have been like 10. There must have been like 10 feds, bro. There was like 5 of us in it. And yeah, they come over and they was like, oh, we've heard like, we seen them walking from a distance. So you know when you can see them walking over to you and you're like, ah, it's one of them ones.
It's coming.
You know what I'm saying? And they come over now and they was like, oh, we've heard there was a guy in a red hoodie who was wielding a knife, suspected to be wielding a knife. I'm like, I'm the only guy in the red hoodie. Therefore, I ain't got no knife on me. And if I did, I wouldn't be swinging it in the park with bare people. You know what I'm saying?
100.
Especially a Portuguese festival.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they was like, rah, we're just going to do a stop and search. Oh, like, alright, whatever, innit? Man's not going to fight this thing because it's just going to get ugly, innit? One of the feds, like, he must have been, like, their higher up, innit? Or the superintendent or whatever. He must have gone to the rest of them, search the black ones first. And I was like, nah. Is that how they're going on, bro?
See what I'm saying?
That's how they're going on,
It's
fam.
deeper still. It's deeper.
And I was just like, rah. From then, like,
you know what's mad? No fed there said like, why are you saying that?
yeah,
Like,
bro.
did
It was
They
just like
did it.
normal chat.
Yeah, see,
Just
that's
like
what's
normal
mad.
chat. He was like, search the black ones first. And I was just like, rah, bro. Like, obviously, man, I was thinking in my head, that's fucked.
Yeah,
like,
100.
but then man didn't want to say anything just in case I got held up.
Yeah, of course.
And then obviously the other feds are not going to say nothing. That's their manager or their boss or whatever. And that's how they're going on. You feel what I'm saying? And this is happening behind closed doors.
Bro.
And sometimes it's happening in your face. You get what I'm saying?
That was
And from then, like, man's just never had, I don't think any of us have had good relationships with feds.
Yeah.
Like, even if man's in trouble, like, man's not calling you because you lot ain't helping. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, unless it's a madness, I'm not gonna lie. Someone robbed my yard. Man's going to the feds, fam. Who else am I gonna call?
Yeah, well,
Who else is
But
man
some
calling?
men are
But-
just
I know
just riding like.
no,
that's it.
no, to be
Some men
fair,
are just on
I
a
know what you mean.
rebound.
If something like, you know, man sees a fed and man's in a fight, man ain't ever running to the fed and going, aye, there's a madness going on. Like, where? Like, more time when there's fights or madnesses after raves and feds come, whether man knows I'm right or wrong, I'm leaving as well.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Because I know I'm collateral damage, fam. I could have not even been at the fight. Like, man sometimes see a madness between two youths. I've got no idea who they are. Feds are pulled up. I'm getting in my car.
They're cleaning
cleaning
everyone
everyone
up.
up.
Everyone,
No one's
everyone,
going nowhere.
everyone's getting hit.
Yeah.
So you know what? You stay. You're part of the problem. You leave. But that's mad. That's what I was coming to. That's mad that you thought if I say something, it makes it worse for me. Do you know how
Yeah.
mad that is?
Cool.
'Cause that's what happens at work, bro. When something like we was talking about it today, my CEO sent out an email, innit? And he the other day about Black Lives Matter and whatnot, addressing the issue. And another girl in my workplace just like, but took a little bit long. You get me? Like, it's a bit. You sent it out yesterday. This thing's been going on for a good 10 days now. And obviously, she was like, even if I say something, you lot are gonna say to me I'm aggressive. I don't mean it like that. Yeah, not even that. But they just say I don't mean it like that. There's one girl in my workplace. Yeah, she would remind me saying sometimes when she has different hairstyles. Yeah, man in the workplace go up to be like, oh my god, your hair. Start touching her hair and that.
Like what, black girl?
Yeah. She's
Fair
mixed
enough.
race to be fair, but she has black hair.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, your hair like this.
What are they touching up? The weave and that, or
touching
the
up the hair?
wigs?
Bro, it's actually her hair. That's what's
I
mad. It's
swear
her
down.
real hair. But they start like when she puts it in like, let's say braids.
Uh,
I wish my hair could do this.
Yeah, I've been there though. I got dreads in it. Obviously, they're covered right now, but fam, I've been there. Dreads randomly on the streets. White people stop me.
Well, they're
Because I've
trying to
dyed it.
touch
I've
you,
got
man,
a little bit of colour in there. They're like, oh my gosh, your hair. So they try to reach for my
What
hair.
is
I'm
that?
like, what are you doing? I'm like, I
That's
don't
mad
know you.
still.
Like,
but
it's foreign though. They don't know, innit?
and that's what I'm saying. They're
It's
not
foreign.
racist. They're not being
Yeah,
racist. They are just not aware. And that's what's mad. That's why I said we need to educate. Like, bro, there's this video of this 4-year-old girl. Not 4. Let me not say she's 4. She's a kid though. She's under 8. She goes up to these kids, yeah, and she's like to them, "You're a nigger." To these little kids. She's like 7. So the mum's video, and the mum goes, "What makes these 2 black kids a nigger?" She's like, "They just are, innit? They're just niggers." And she was like, so are you a nigga, to the white girl? And the white girl goes, no, but those 2 kids are niggas. And she keeps having a little bit of debate. And she's like, I don't know, they just are. The little girl's like, I don't know, they just are niggas. But then after she goes to the little kids, do you want to come and play in the playpen? So I'm thinking, fam, she's not a racist kid. How can she's been taught? Because how can you see kids go, oh, they're niggas, but I still want to play with you? Racism wouldn't even allow you to want to, you wouldn't say at the end, do you want to play together? So the mum was like, no, they can't play with you. I'm very sorry, innit? You can go over there and do your thing. She's like, okay, bye. But I was just like, bruv, this little girl has been brainwashed. And they're the things that go on. Like, it's not necessarily someone is racist, but their actions are racist, like you said before. And who am I now to be differentiating, saying, oh, you know what, I'll let you off because you're not racist, you just had a racist thought. But it's racist to me.
No, but do you know what? In
racist.
certain houses, like, man could say, because I've been in certain households, like, man's got white friends, you know what I'm saying? And man's got black friends, Asian friends, all of that. And bro, for some people, yeah, like if they bring home a certain race that's not from their ethnicity, it's mad, bro. Yeah. And like, what would you say? Because man wouldn't call like these parents, like, I've met the parents, and it's not that the parents are, I don't know, man. It's difficult. Like, for like an Asian woman, yeah, for like an Asian woman coming from that, in her maybe 50s, 60s,
crazy,
like, bro, it's mad. It's mad. And like, the mum might be cool with having like her son have black friends or white friends.
When it says relationship.
But bro, when their daughter, yeah, brings home a white guy or a black guy, it's mad. And the switch goes on. You get what I'm saying? So knowing that, like, even from a young age, I'm sure like everyone must have had an experience where they were told like, oh, stick to your own, or from young. And like, that happens in every single household, Asian households, black households, white households. You get what I'm saying? So you just grow up, yeah? Obviously, if you're in the multicultural area, it's fine. In the multicultural area, it's fine. But like, growing up, knowing that, right, I can't bring home an Asian girl or a white girl or a black girl or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, that's ingrained in you from young anyway. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I said it's the education thing is key. And even like you said, bro, shoe on the other foot. Let's not say black people are perfect, bro. Man knows people, like, not so much anyone close to man, but you know, sometimes people say, oh, don't bring home a white girl. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, not even like, my grandma's probably never told me that, neither has my mum either, but you know, kind of the underlying feeling is kind of there, like, don't bring home a white girl, you get me? So it's both ways, bro. It happens both foots. Don't you get me? Man's daughter's going out with her, and you even know, because I've even watched a TV program and a black daughter goes out with a white man, and the dad's not even racist, but he goes, the only problem I have with you is, what can you teach my daughter about how to be a black woman? What can you teach her? That's his problem. So it's kind of mad that already you're thinking, but your daughter can be a black woman. That's what he said. He said, bro, your daughter can be a black woman by herself. She doesn't need to be taught that she is a black woman already. No, but the dad was coming from a prejudice or a preconception of.
But then again, I feel like there is a certain a certain kind of teaching that you have to.
But does that have to come from your partner though? Does that have to come from your partner? Because it would have been taught already at home.
Well, it's just backbone. There's stuff like this right now, yeah? Stuff like this right now, what's going on in the world. There are interracial households, yeah, where it's going to be techie in the household. Because, definitely. Like, obviously, you identify with being black or white or whatever. But then on the other side, if your spouse is black or white, it's like, do you know what I mean? Even if you've got like mixed kids, you get what I'm saying? What do you teach your mixed kids? Because even out in the world, you know what I'm saying?
You're going to teach your kids that your dad's forefathers enslaved your mums, or do you know what I mean? That's a crazy scenario.
And that's the one thing my dad always says, is that you got to know where you're coming from to know where you're going. Like, you're right. It's hard to teach them both, but they need to know both so they can understand not what they are, because that sounds so like itemizing, but like who they are.
But mixed race people more often than not are seen as black.
Exactly.
Like to everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like if there was a little bit of a race war and man was sending everyone back home, they're not staying.
Like you're going.
But that's the slave. That's what happened in slavery, bro. Like on the plantations and that.
In the house, innit?
Yeah, like.
But you were still a slave though.
Yeah,
you was just in the house.
Slave,
you know what I'm saying?
House slave.
Like Kanye said, I'm a light skinned nigga.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. But there's something you said about the Asians and that, the Asian part. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was in a cab and the guy was having a debate with an Asian brother, and he's like, "What makes you different from a black guy?" And he's like, "I'm brown." I'm like, but then the cab guy's like, "But you saying you're brown is you still saying you're black?" Do you get what I mean? And I even feel like just like the stigma of not being like saying, "Hey, I'm not black, I'm brown," is like, it's crazy, especially like with like that whole Asian part. I was like,
there's Asians, bro, that are as dark as me, bro. Like
bro.
Bangladeshis and that.
But they're not gonna say they're black.
Yeah, 100.
They're not.
And you know what it is though? It's the perception. Like, you can't label everyone. I'm not saying everyone thinks like this, but like you said, was it a white person you're talking to in the cab?
No, a black guy.
Oh, a black guy. Because I was gonna say, like, to a white person, sometimes man see Asians as black, but then to an Asian person, they see them as brown. Do you get it? Like, it's all about perception. Like, we were talking to the
but you're brown, you're not black.
Yeah, of course. No one. I don't know anyone who's really black.
I know someone who's black.
Yeah.
Like,
man, no, stop.
yeah, like, black. Yeah, black.
I don't know anyone who's black.
But
come
like,
on, man. They're brown. Bro.
Like, I know Asian brothers who are the same complexion as you and me, but they're
100.
calling themselves like, yeah, but I'm not black.
Cause it's like, then it's all segregated. Because then you think about, is someone from Iraq or Brazil, are they white?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you on that. But then they are white though. Because what's the difference between the Asian? They're just a different shade. The Asian is a different shade of black.
What did you say? Iraq?
Yeah, Iraq or Brazil. I'm just thinking of countries that have a different complexion,
but they're fair.
But they're fair, exactly. So I'm just saying it for argument's sake. I'm not saying they are. I'm not believing, but I'm just saying.
I hear you still.
Do you get what I mean? It's all about perception, because then an Iraqi person or a Brazilian or whatever else.
But a white person wouldn't look at an Iraqi person as white.
That's my point. But they exactly. That's what I agree with. I say it all depends where you stand and what your outlook is.
Yeah.
Rather than looking in.